guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. So Botch and Bitter, she decided to trademark a few allegedly album title names for her second album. It has been reported that Botch and Pregnant, Divorced, Broke, and Bitter has filed a trademark for intrusive thoughts and defamation of character for possibly naming her upcoming album. Interesting. I think intrusive faces sounds better. And she can have like all the pictures of her faces as the album cover. I think that, that might be a good look. Okay, because people always talk about how you change your face and how you have more face surgeries than you do album eras. I think you should actually use that to your advantage to promote your album. I'm not really impressed with intrusive thoughts, okay, because you don't really have original thoughts. You have writers. So it's not really your thoughts if you have somebody really writing your lyrics, even if it may be your own thoughts, it's still not your own lyrics, okay? So I don't think you should name it that. But let me know, what do you guys think she should name her album, okay? Moving on from that, it looks like Botch and Pregnant was allegedly in the hospital. A lot of fans are worried that this could push back the album, even though she's currently out. And then on top of that, some fans believe this possibly could be a PR stunt to get more sympathy for the rollout for her second album. Let me know what y'all think.
Guys, I had the worst 3 days of my life. Wait, I still got the band. Okay. So starting off the 3rd, we're on the 6th. So on the 3rd, so guys, I just got home yesterday. I've been in the hospital. I was in the hospital for like 2 or 3 days. And now that I'm back in home, I'm in a lot of pain. I got in a little freak accident, but I injured myself. Freak accident, my dad was here. And then we thought it wasn't gonna be a big issue, but then it became a big issue. Now that I'm home and I just woke up today, whoa, I'm in pain.
So that's what Botch and Pregnant had to say. I don't really think that she would lie about something like that. I don't think that, she would pretend that she got into an accident or whatnot. I don't know what a freak accident is, but I guess it's when you injure yourself. She might have fallen down the stairs or something like that. And then she had to go to the hospital because she is pregnant. I don't think she would use that for sympathy. That would be very dark of her to use that for sympathy to roll out her album. I don't think she would do something like that. I think she will continue to use her marriage and her surgeries and her beef with Nicki Minaj to roll out her album. I don't think she's going to use that to roll out her album. Okay? But let me know how y'all feel about the situation. Now, Doja Cat reclaims the top spot back on Paolify. She is now, again, once the most streamed female rapper worldwide with 11.3 million streams yesterday. And Nicki Minaj is at number 2 at 10.84 million streams. Megan did 7 million, and Ice Spice and Botch and Pregnant both did 4 million. Ice Spice did more than Botch and Pregnant. So that lets me know Ice Spice was right. And unfortunately, no shade, even though she only did 28,000 first week, Ice Spice is taking Botch and Pregnant spot. Okay, because you should not be doing less streams than Ice Spice. Okay? Ice Spice only did 28,000 first week. You have 5 diamond singles, so there's that. Now, Nicki Minaj remains on her son's necks, okay? The top tours by a female rapper this decade so far, The numbers have been released, well, for a majority of the female rappers. Pink Friday 2, the first leg, not the second, obviously, but the first leg, Nicki Minaj grossed $81.7 million. That's the most for a female rapper this decade. Number 2 is Scarlett at $37.3 million. Okay, so congratulations to D0JA. The 25th anniversary tour, I don't know who tour is that. Is that Lauryn Hill's tour? I don't know whose tour this is. But whoever they are, they grossed $21.5 million. Now, Out of This World, which is Missy the Icon's tour, which she also has Busta Rhymes and Sierra on that tour, they grossed so far $12.6 million. I love Missy. I think Missy's an icon, but I don't feel like she belongs on this list because you got two other big acts performing on this tour. Sierra, she's been in the game for about 20 years, and so has Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes been in the game for like 30 years. You needed two other people to go on tour for you to gross $12.6 million. Okay, you've been in the game for 20 years. Come on now. Missy, that don't look too good. Now, the Hot Girl Summer Tour so far has grossed $10.1 million. Now, not all of the shows have been reported. Only 7 to 8 shows have been reported, and all of the 8 shows did not sell out. But 10 million ain't bad for 7 to 8 shows. That's pretty good for Megan Thee Stallion. Now, Nicki Minaj is also being accused of shading Elliott Wilson, who is, I think, a podcaster or journalist for Rap Radar, and also allegedly Megan Thee Stallion.
They have to put photos of people like me on their page in hopes that they get some friends, or and that's really not what they're, you know what I mean? So people use social media for a lot of things, but it normally boils back down to follow the money, right? Follow the money. Now, of course, today's in this day and age, a lot of people equate clout with money. But we're not talking about them. We're not talking about them. They gonna learn that. But we talking about someone, if someone were the age of, let's say, 53, do you think they should be messy on the internet? Or do you think, and if they have to be messy on the internet in order to get their coin, don't you feel bad that they didn't get enough coin before they turned that age? Today, one of our keys was numbers don't. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't, okay? So make sure anywhere you see my name on anything, any station, any blog, any this, any that, make sure they're also stating the numbers of everyone. Okay? Because remember how big they were on numbers, right?
So let me know how y'all feel about that. She quoted Camel Face, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. And a lot of people are speculating she's talking about Megan Thee Stallion because, touring data has been hiding Megan Thee Stallion's numbers for her tour. They only posted 8 shows for her world tour so far, which is very interesting. And as for Elliott, he fell out with Nicki Minaj when Pink Friday 2 came out because she did that interview with Kai Cenat and not him. Now, Harry Bussy Elliott Wilson clapped back at Nicki Minaj and the Barbs. He said, "Tell the Barbs I gave them 2 classic live Onika convos. Your Hero, My Stage, Somebody Scream, Crown. And this is the mother effing thanks I get. Ha!" Okay, with the goat emoji. Okay, so he basically saying that, he gave Nicki Minaj a platform to do 2 interviews, and basically she switched up on him. Now, I feel like Nicki should lay off the station headlines, just a little bit, because I feel like they cause a lot of drama. Now, there has been a lot of rumors that allegedly Megan Thee Stallion is going to host the Video Music Awards for 2024. Now, Nicki Minaj hosted the last 2 years, okay? So maybe she was inspired by Nicki Minaj and said, listen, I want to host too. Would you guys be here for it or not? I feel like because there's not a lot of female rappers that have gotten nominated this year, it might be a little bit boring. I feel like a lot of these new pop stars like the Billies, the Olivia Rodrigos, the Sabrina Carpenters, they don't have the superstardom that, the iconic Rihannas, the Queen Bees, the Katies, the Nickis have. So I feel like low-key, this year's Video Music Awards is going to be boring, okay? I don't know if I would tune in to Megan hosting. I think they got to come up with something better. Now, I know Botchin' Pregnant is knocked up, so she can't do it. Doja Cat already hosted the Video Music Awards in 2021. Nicki hosted it twice already. Who else are they going to call? I feel like all the other pop stars are kind of pretty boring. But this will cause controversy because people are going to think like, oh, what is Megan Thee Stallion going to say? Especially since, she is or might be, allegedly, hasn't been confirmed, that she will be hosting the Video Music Awards the year after Nicki Minaj, okay? Especially since last year, a lot of executives did not want Nicki Minaj to perform because of her beefs with other female rappers. So it could be a little bit interesting, but I still don't want to tune in. The only way I'm tuning in is if Queen B is performing. And after she performs, I'm turning it off. Okay? No shade. I'm only watching Queen B's performance and then I'm done. Now, moving on to Queen B, Forbes says Queen B's impact is similar to Michael Jackson. Let me know if y'all agree. I definitely agree. Okay? I don't feel like it's above Michael, okay, or necessarily at the same wavelength as Michael or the level of Michael Jackson. But she is the closest thing we have in our generation to Michael. Crackhead Chris Tyson could have been at that level if he would keep his fist to himself. Okay? See, the problem with Crackhead Michael is he's more known right now for his antics and his violent history throughout the years than he's known for the music. Okay? He's not selling 400,000 first week. Crackhead Chris Tyson, y'all favorite R&B singer that y'all like to compare to Usher and the Greats, can't even do over 100,000 first week. Okay? And he put out an album every year. So there's no excuse when Bruno and The Weeknd can do over 100,000 first week. There's really no excuse for crackhead Michael Jackson. So at the end of the day, Queen B, she carries herself like a star. She's rarely ever in drama. She's known mostly for her talent, and that's what Michael Jackson is mostly known for, except for maybe a few scandals. And she puts up the numbers. Michael was doing stadium tours. Beyoncé does stadium tours. Crackhead Chris Tyson don't do stadium tours, okay? Still doing arenas, doing backflips, and charging $1,000 for pictures. Queen B and MJ, they don't got to do that. They don't got to charge fans $1,000 per pictures. Queen B don't even talk to the Beehive, and they be selling her ish out, okay? So, with that being said, unfortunately, like I said before, he is not on the same level. I don't even think their music is similar. I think Queen Bee is the closest if we're talking about sales, stardom, how she carries herself, and numbers and impact. Okay, she has more of impact and influence right now because of her music. I mean, everybody wants to do country music and wear cowboy boots and stuff like that because of Queen Bee. Okay. Now, Sabrina Carpenter is facing some backlash because she did a new interview because she has an album coming out. And she said that her upcoming album, Short and Sweet, she is considering this album like her sophomore album. Okay? She said, it's my second big girl album. When it comes to having full creative control and being a full-fledged adult, I would consider this to be my sophomore album. A lot of fans are calling this out because I think Sabrina Carpenter has like 4 or 5 albums under her belt. Okay, she's been in the industry for a while, and fans feel like she's only saying this because her albums have flopped in the past. So now she's not counting them because they flopped. Okay, which I don't feel like is right. You don't see Doja Cat doing that, so you can't do that either, Sabrina Carpenter. Okay, Doja Cat has 4 albums. A lot of people only know 2. A lot of people only know Scarlet and Planet Her. But she got 4 albums. And you don't hear Doja Cat say, oh, I count Scarlet as my sophomore album. Or Planet Her is my sophomore album because it was the most successful one. You can't do that. Okay? And technically, no shade, Sabrina Carpenter shouldn't even be considered for Best New Artist at the Scammys. Even though, allegedly, they are allowing her to be considered for Best New Artist because she only submitted to be considered for Best New Artist, I think, twice in the past at the Scammys, and I think their limit is 3. But at the end of the day, if you've been in the game for a while, more than 5 years, you ain't no new artist, okay? But, the industry plays these industry games where they will try to finesse and pull strings for the faves in the industry. But I don't think that's right that Sabrina Carpenter is doing that. Just because you flopped until now, those albums still count. Now, unfortunately, some of Scratch Off's music has leaked for her new album, Sugar Honey Iced Tea. One of the songs from her album featured Playboy Cardi, Blixum, has leaked completely, like the whole song leaked. And I listened to it, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to give this song, not the whole album, but this particular song, a -3. This song was trash, okay? I'm like, goodness gracious, this is the best you can come up with? I did not like that song at all. But I also am not a huge fan of Playboy Cardi. I don't think he has a lot of talent. In my opinion, he is considered like a mumble rapper. So that's probably why I did not really like the song. Now, moving on to the track list, Scratch Off got a song with Young Nudie called Shrimp and Grits. She got a song with Huncho called Copper Cove. Then Ear Candy featuring Coco Jones. Good to You featuring Sierra. Squeeze featuring Megan Thee Stallion. She got another Megan collaboration. This would be her 3rd one. Look at What You Did featuring Mariah the Scientist. Then she got a collaboration with Teasel Touchdown. So let me know how y'all feel about this track list. Now, moving on to JT. JT's OK has now sold over 500,000 units in the U.S. Congratulations to JT. I feel like the song is fire. In my opinion, I'm still listening to City Cinderella. Okay, I haven't stopped since the mixtape dropped. And I think, no shade, and this is my unbiased opinion, so far, because I haven't fully listened to Scratch Off's album, JT put out the best project by a female rapper so far in 2024. Okay? In my opinion. Okay? The only reason why people don't like JT is because she not beefing with Nicki Minaj. Okay? And she fell out with Botch and Pregnant and Megan Thee Stallion and, Gorilla Glue. And so, the industry is pushing them. So that's why she, gets the short end of the stick and people tend to drag her. Okay. Plus, a lot of people think that she's mean compared to Carisha. So let me know how y'all feel about it. What I liked was the fact that she also did a video with Omarion dancing to JT's Coming. Now, this is great marketing, okay? You know, JT's in her bag, and that's what I love to see. Now, moving on to Nelly, he will be receiving Donkey of the Day. Now, if you guys know Nelly, who, you know, some people consider an icon in the industry, I don't, but some people do. He was arrested in Missouri for ecstasy, possession, and also he did not have insurance. And I'm like, Nelly, about 50 years old, still doing hardcore drugs like a crackhead? Shouldn't you be buying formula or something like that and relaxing with Ashanti? What do you need ecstasy for? Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, that's why he's receiving Donkey of the Day. You too old to be doing that. You got a baby at home. You got about 8 kids already. And Ashanti's about to give birth. You don't need to be doing no type of drugs, okay? But at the end of the day, I mean, Nelly don't got much going on for himself. I mean, it's not like he's really on tour or anything like that. The music, you know, I'm sure some of his music, you know, still in rotation because he do got a lot of classics, but he ain't got no new poppin' music. So maybe that's why he's on that stuff. But at the end of the day, Nelly, despite what you may be going through, you are still receiving Donkey of the Day, okay? So anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And I hope you guys have an amazing day.